Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content channel as of late. We have some breaking news, of which I am not completely shocked by, but given, just some parameters, there was an argument for this to have gone the other way, but it seems though that it has been decided. So, as you could read here, just broke today, Warner Brothers will not be pursuing Paramount's offer. So they are now moving forward with a Netflix deal, and they are remaining committed to the Netflix deal. So we're going to read here a little bit, and then we'll kind of explain why, kind of leading up to why this offer ultimately fell through, but we'll get into it right now. So, as you don't mind, my baby is getting ready to himself ready for sleep. Let me actually get you set up here real quick. There you go, baby. Right here? No? Okay. He's going to figure himself out. So let's read. Let's read right here and start. I wasn't trying to show off my cat, I swear. He just is happening to find a little spot. I think he found it. So, okay. All right, let's do this. So reading here, Warner Brothers Discovery's board has formally said no thanks to the $108 billion takeover from David Ellison's Paramount Skydance and unanimously reiterated its support for the Netflix deal. Following WBD's announcement, Paramount affirmed that it will continue to make its case directly to shareholders for the latest $30 per share hostile offer, indicating for now that it won't be going any higher. WB says it remains committed to its mega deal with Netflix, under which the streamer would buy the WB Studios, HBO, and HBO Max for $27.75 per share. That would take place after WBD's planned Q3 2026 spinoff of Discovery Global, largely comprising of the company's TV networks. WB said Wednesday, that being today, that, quote, the board has unanimously determined that the tender offer launched by Paramount Skydance on December 8th, 2025 is not in the best interest of WBD, and its shareholders does not meet the criteria of a, quote, superior proposal under the terms of WBD's merger agreement with Netflix announced on December 5th, 2025. The terms of Netflix merger are superior. The PSKY offer, Paramount basically, provides inadequate value and imposes numerous significant risks and costs on WBD. Discovery Board says in a letter to shareholders, all that I just read. The company also documented that the sequence of interactions with Paramount in a Schedule 14D9 filing Wednesday with the SEC. According to the letter, Paramount, quote, has consistently misled WBT shareholders that its proposed transaction has a full backstop from the Ellison family. It does not. It never has. Per the WBD Discovery Board, the most recent proposal includes a $40.65 billion equity committee, quote, for which there is no Ellison family commitment of any kind. Instead, they propose that you rely on an unknown and opaque revocable trust for the certainty of this crucial deal funding. So basically, WB is saying that the heads of the studio were not guaranteeing any of these terms. It was more of a blinding trust of authority. Despite having been told by WBD how important a full and unconditional financing commitment from the Ellison family was, and despite their own ample resources, as well as multiple assurances by Paramount during our strategic review process that such a commitment was forthcoming, the Ellison family has chosen not to backstop the Paramount offer. Said that a revocable trust is no replacement for secured commitment by a controlling stockholder, because the assets and liabilities of the trust are not publicly disclosed and are subject to change. Paramount's acquisition offer can be terminated or amended by Paramount at any time prior to its completion and is therefore not the same thing as a binding merger agreement. So basically, Paramount was putting a lot of safeguards under their offer and um, no full disclosure, no full transparency. That's what WB is saying is ultimately their rationale as to why they are abandoning the deal or why they have no interest in pursuing that deal. Now, prior to this news coming out, the day before actually, the real indication actually of this not going through and ultimately why, even if WB were to pursue this deal, they were not going to get it anyway because of one really key factor, which is this. So we know that the Paramount deal was backed by a couple of foreign funds, as well as people from the government, specifically Affinity Partners, which some people were pointing out, which is an investment firm run by Jared Kushner, who is, of course, Trump's son-in-law, according to Variety. So obviously, with that as a support, there would be more. It would be easier for this transaction to go through because Trump, being a part of this equation in some regard, and seemingly supporting that, it would help their case more so probably than with Netflix in a certain regard because the government has to approve certain things. And then there was potential that Trump would block that deal. But if you've been following the news, Trump is not particularly happy with Paramount, specifically CBS. So it seems as though that maybe Trump, I don't know, just speculation, told this firm that we're not going to support this deal anymore, and they backed out. So reading their statement, quote, with two strong competitors vying to secure the future of this unique American asset, Affinity has decided no longer to pursue the opportunity. We continue to believe there is a strong strategic rationale for Paramount's offer, which does not sound truthful at all because obviously if you did believe that, you would be a part of this deal, especially if you're going to benefit from it. It's like, why would you back out of it? So I'm leaning more towards, this probably being a higher position than Jared Kushner's, just saying. I mean, this kind of statement kind of leads to that. Um, so, yeah. So this was not going to happen regardless. It was not going to happen regardless. Even if Warner Brothers wanted to pursue Paramount's offer and reject Netflix's deal, Trump was not going to let that happen. So, even though Trump has had previous work with Paramount with the Rush Hour thing recently, it's apparently not an illustration of his desires to work with that company or to be on good terms with that company. So it's very wishy-washy in terms of his opinions. So. But regardless, it was going to go to Netflix, and it's now set in stone. So yeah, I mean, Paramount had the bigger deal, but I always said that Netflix, I think, presented the better case because they weren't being as hostile. They were apparently more transparent, according to Warner Brothers, than Paramount was, than compared to Paramount's deal, which is very vague in some terms. So it just seems like there was the better deal over at Netflix. Now, it doesn't mean that Netflix is overall the better, company. Obviously, we've been hearing things about Netflix and how they're going to deal with the theatrical release window, which we did a big video on. And they still stress even today, I read that they are pursuing the theatrical windows, putting movies in theaters. We'll see that all put into practice in the future, but here we are. So Netflix will, in fact, get Warner Brothers, and how that deal is shaped is what is going to happen. So there you have it. So you guys, what are your thoughts on this whole little small saga that took place with Netflix getting in on Warner Brothers and then Paramount tried to intervene, and with the results of Warner Brothers rejecting their offer? Let me know all your thoughts. Do you feel Paramount was a better choice? Do you think Netflix is a better choice? What do you think the future is going to look like for this company? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys.